Mayo-Galway rivalry has always been huge, even since I was a young lad. I remember going to every Mayo-Galway game, be it in Tuam or Castlebar, and full houses, terraces are always full. Mayo have obviously been successful in Connacht over the last few years, so teams are trying to catch up with them, and I think the gap has been closed. I think Mayo have maintained their standards. I think the likes of Roscommon, Sligo, and ourselves and Leitrim, have pushed on probably, and you can see that through the league campaigns as well. So, it's a very competitive provincial championship at the moment. I think ourselves and Ulster are probably the top two provinces in Ireland, but it probably doesn't get the credit it deserves maybe.
With Connacht in general, it's a real competitive provincial championship. We've seen Roscommon do very well in Division 1. We've seen Galway perform very well in Division 2 and unlucky not to get promoted. And we also seen that Galway bet Roscommon in the FBD final. And Galway, arguably at some stage in the match last year in our first round, looked like they were going to beat us. So I really anticipate a really competitive championship. It's great that there's two Connacht teams in Division 1, and quite likely that the way Galway are moving, that they'll be in Division 1 in the coming years too.
When we play at our best, I think we play football probably in the right way, free flowing, quick, use the foot pass quite a lot. So our probably problem at the moment is probably bringing that all together for 70 minutes. It's been a bit of an issue for us over the years, consistency, something we're working on, and Kevin is bringing in new ideas and structures and plans and tactics and so on. So lads take a bit of getting used to with that. So, we're pretty confident that if we can keep training and keep the heads down, that'll come together for us in the summer.
Connacht title is huge, and you've seen that with the games through the years. They've been really competitive games, and Connacht championships that Mayo have won haven't been won by large margins. They've been very, very tight. If Mayo can go on this year and win 6 Connacht titles, that in itself is a huge achievement, and certainly that's what we're looking at. We're looking at every step, every game is as important as the next.
We haven't won it since 2008, and a lot of the guys that be on the panel now weren't even involved with the setup back then. So, 7 or 8 years is a very long time for Galway not to be going without a provincial championship. So, we're well aware of what our aims and goals are, but we won't be looking any further than 18th of June as well.